Scientists from Russia warned that America is coming. Mega earthquake plus videos. In a new report prepared for Prime Minister Putin by the Institute of Physics of the Earth, warned that America in the next 2 weeks is in danger of catastrophic proportions earthquake, focusing on the U.S., Mexico, Central, and South America, and the region along the west coast of the New Madrid Zone Fault. Scientists have urged government officials to prepare for a terrifying and unprecedented magnitude 9 mega earthquake that would unleash a deadly tsunami with 30-meter-high waves, 90 feet. Cascadia and the really big one. Now, I've talked about this a lot, like I just did. 70 years overdue. It happens on average every 240 years. This is what I'm currently making my documentary about. It's taken forever. I literally have terabytes of footage, interviews, 1 in 20 persons in Seattle, which is one of the main cities, and I will believe it was 2.5 people. One knew that there was going to be an earthquake but didn't know what Cascadia meant. 2 out of everybody in the Oregon city that I visited, which was Seaside. So pretty sad that people don't even know that we're about to have this, and it throughout history, if they're not lying, which there have been scientists in 8 different fields that have confirmed this, and nobody argues about it. That's the thing. People argue all day back and forth about Yellowstone. They argue about New Madrid. They argue about this. They argue about that. Nobody's arguing about Cascadia. They all say it's going to happen. It 100% causes a tsunami, and people go, no, it just couldn't be real. That just doesn't sound real. Japan did not look real, but it was. Those huge tanker ships just flying right into a road. Imagine you're just hanging out on your street and one of those tankers, 10 miles away from the water is just rolling down your street and you're dead because you just got hit with 30-foot waves. And in this case, they're talking up to 90, 100, 110. Cascadia subduction zone is a region where 2 tectonic plates are colliding, the Wand of Fuca and which is the small oceanic plate, and being driven under the North American plate. So here's America on top, and basically it's going to slide and slip, and bam. All of a sudden, North America will actually, so it goes like this. This is North America. This is us sitting in Seattle, Oregon, California. This is just going to all of a sudden snap, because now it's locked. Snap! And then all that water from that little triangle space is going to shoot up and shoot out. It always causes a tsunami. This is something that is going to rack the United States, and it might not recover. This isn't going to be Katrina. This is going to be Katrina times 10. And not to mention, Japan was one of the most prepared places in the world for both earthquakes and even tsunamis in places. A lot of the places had already planned for this, which, by the way, they planned for, even though the 9.0 that happened in Japan was not supposed to happen. They built all their buildings to withstand up to a 8.6 or 8.7, something like that, because that was the biggest they thought could happen. Here, we know it's going to happen. It happened in 1700, and now it's going to happen again. It's happened on average every 240 years, 1700 plus 240. Well, that would be, 1940? Yeah. So now it's 2000, that's 60, 20. So it's actually 80 years overdue, 79 years overdue. So yeah, it says subduction systems where one tectonic plate slides over another are capable of producing the world's largest known earthquakes. A prime example is the 2011 Tohoku earthquake that rocked Japan. Cascadia is seismically very quiet compared to other subduction zones, but it's not completely inactive. Research indicates the fault ruptured in a magnitude 9.0 event in 1700, which, by the way, they had Japanese records of it perfectly match up 100% with us, of these huge waves coming over. Because it doesn't just cause a tsunami here, it causes one all the way across the water. Then you have all the way down the coastline, the trees, the soil, everything got wiped out. You even have Native American folklore of the Thunderbirds. The local hockey team in Seattle was called the Thunderbirds. I don't even know if they have them anymore. I think they moved them to Tacoma. The Thunderbirds was because they had a Native Americans. They think that this came out of whales being washed up, like a bird picked up a whale and dropped it, 50 miles in. That was why that's where apparently the Thunderbird whole folklore came from. That's roughly 30 times more powerful than the largest predicted San Andreas earthquake. So just to repeat that, the largest San Andreas earthquake with the rock running down the street and buildings falling over, 30 times stronger than that. And I'm not talking about the Hollywood, but 30 times stronger than what everybody has been expecting and talking about for years. This is one that just was found out about 20 years ago. Researchers suggest that we are within roughly 300 to 500 year window during which another large Cascadia event may occur. The report also warned that further catastrophic earthquakes in Asia and the subcontinent as more than likely.